Morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. So today I'm going to complete the first unit. So I'm going to explain 3 problems on superposition theorem. So are you able to see the theorem statement?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you. So here, if you see the statement, so the superposition theorem states that in any linear network containing 2 or more sources, the response in any element is equal to the algebraic sum of the responses caused by individual sources acting alone. So here you have to see here individual sources acting alone. While the other sources are non-operative. So we have to take one energy source at a time. At a time, we have to take only one energy source and we have to find the response to the element. Like that, we have to take individually all the responses from each and every energy source. So once again, see here, the superposition theorem states that in any linear network containing 2 or more sources, the response in any element is equal to the algebraic sum of the responses caused by individual sources acting alone, while the other sources are non-operative. That is, in brackets you can see, that is, while considering the effect of individual sources, the other ideal voltage sources and ideal current sources in the network are replaced by the short circuit and open circuit across their terminals respectively. In other words, you can say here, that is, you can see here, that is, the other sources are replaced with their internal resistances. That means what? If you consider if there is a voltage source, we have to replace the voltage source by short circuit, and if there is a current source, we have to replace the current source by open circuit. In open circuit, current will not flow. That means voltage source is replaced by short circuit and current source is replaced by open circuit. Now let us see the problem based on superposition theorem. So yesterday I told you to find this current. Today I am going to explain this one. See the problem. In the problem it is given that using superposition theorem find the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor. So here you can see the 3 ohm resistor which is in the middle. See here 3 ohm resistor. So we have to find the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor. So here in the circuit you have 20 volts voltage source, 5 ohm resistor, 3 ohm resistor, 10 ohm resistor, and 5 amps current source. Now here you can see here we have to find the current I flowing through 3 ohm resistor. So here in superposition theorem we have to find the response in the element caused by individual sources acting alone. So here we have 2 sources. One is a voltage source, that is 20 volts voltage source. Another one is 5 amperes current source. So first let us consider only the voltage source alone. So here consider only voltage source 20 volts. If you consider only the 20 volts voltage source, we have to replace the other energy sources by their internal resistances. What is the other energy source? Yeah, tell me. If you consider only 20 volts voltage source, what is the other energy source we have in the circuit? Yeah, please respond. 5 amps current source is there. That 5 amps current source we have to replace with its internal resistance. So internal resistance for current source is 0. So here we have to, so internal resistance for the current source is infinity. That means current source is replaced by open circuit. Now if you consider only the voltage source 20 volts, so here The current flowing through 3 ohms, I am writing as I1. Instead of I am writing as I1, which is due to the first energy source. So here you can see the right side, the current source is replaced with open circuit. Now here we have to find the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor. So here current will not flow through 10 ohm resistor. Current will flow only through 5 ohm resistor and 3 ohm resistor. 5 and 3 are in series. So here the current I1 is given by 20 by 8. So 20 by 8. I1 is equal to 20 by 8. You are going to get 2.5. Now let us consider. So here this is the response in the element due to one energy source. That is I1 equal to 2.5 amperes. Now let us consider only the current source. Consider only current source. So 5 amps current source we are considering and replacing the other energy sources with their internal resistance. So here voltage source is replaced by short circuit. Extreme left you can see here. Left side of the circuit you can see here. The voltage source is replaced by short circuit. Now here we have to find the current flowing through 3 ohm resistor. So due to the second current source, we am considering it as I2. I2 is the current due to the second energy source, that is 5 ampere current source. Now here you can see here you can apply current division rule. You can, so 5 amps is a 5 ampere current source is there. 5 amperes will flow through 10 ohm resistor. Now here this current will get splitted and one and current will be flowing through 5 ohm resistor and 3 ohm resistor. Now here I2 is given by total current 5 amperes into 5 by 8, so 25 by 8. So I2 you are going to get 3.125 amperes. Now here we have now according to superposition theorem, current flowing through 3 ohm resistor is sum of the responses due to individual sources acting alone. That means we have to add this I1 and I2. So the total current passing through the 3 ohm resistor, see here, the total current passing through 3 ohm resistor is I equal to I1 plus I2. So you are going to get 5.625 amperes. So we are going to add 2.5 and I1 2.5, I2 3.125, 3.125 amperes. So I equal to I1 plus I2. So you are going to get the current in the 3 ohm resistor using superposition theorem. So do you have any doubts in this problem? Is it clear? So I will send this. I will post this in the classroom. So let us see the second problem. So before going to second problem, let me clear your doubts. Okay, can I start the second problem on superposition theorem? Yeah, please respond. Anyone? Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you understood this first problem? Okay. Now let us take the second problem. So here you can see here. Determine the current I in the figure using superposition theorem. So I is the current flowing through 2 ohm resistor. Here you have two voltage sources. Okay. Now let us consider the voltage source 8. Here you have two voltage sources. One is 28 volts voltage source, another one is 7 volts voltage source. And I have to find the current flowing through 2 ohm resistor. That is in the middle one. Here, see the circuit. So you have two voltage sources and I have to find the current flowing through 2 ohm resistor. So here, see here. Now let us consider the voltage source 28 volts alone. So 28 volts voltage source is considered here, and other voltage source 7 volts voltage source is replaced by short circuit. Now here the current flowing through 28 first energy source, I am considering it as I dash. So here total current flowing through 2 ohm resistor is I. So due to first voltage source, I am considering the current as I dash. Now I have to find the I dash. You can find I dash by using KVL or KCL, or you can find by using the total current, and then using the current division rule you can find the current flowing through 2 ohm resistor. So here this I1, first I have calculated I1. I1 is equal to 28 volts by R equivalent. So what is R equivalent? 4 plus parallel combination of 1 and 2. So R equivalent will be 14 by 3. Next, you are going to get the I1. I1 is, you can see here, I1 is the current flowing through 4 ohm resistor. That is the total current. So total current will get split into, so here total current will get split into parallel paths. So if I want I dash is equal to I1 into I1 into 1 divided by 1 plus 2. I dash equal to I1 into 1 by 1 plus 2. So 6 into 1 by 3. So you are going to get 2 amperes. Next, consider only the voltage source 7 volts alone. If you consider the voltage source 7 volts alone, first I am going to calculate this I2. I2 is the current flowing through 1 ohm. So for finding I2, I have to get the equivalent resistance. So 7 divided by equivalent resistance will give the value of I2. 7 divided by R equivalent. What is R equivalent? 1 plus 2 into 4 by 2 plus 4. So R equivalent I am getting 7 by 3. So here finally I2 I got as 3. So here I2 is 3. So these 3 amperes will split in the parallel paths. So one is a 2 ohm, some current will be flowing through 2 ohm resistor and some current will be flowing through 4 ohm resistor. So this I2 current, which is having a value of 3 amperes, will be splitted, and some current will be flowing through 2 ohm resistor and some current will be flowing through 4 ohm resistor. So I want the current flowing through 2 ohm resistor. So here, so that I am taking as I I double dash, so which is equal to I2 into 4 by 4 plus 2. So you are going to get I double dash as 2 amperes. So what is I double dash? It is the current flowing through. So I double dash is the current flowing through 2 ohm resistor due to second voltage source alone. So here, according to superposition theorem, I equal to I dash plus I double dash. So finally you are going to get as I equal to 4 amperes. So let us take another problem. Determine current I in the figure using superposition theorem. Similar problem. So here you will be careful with the direction of the current. Why here? Here if you see the direction of the current, 2 amperes the current source. What is the direction of the current? It is in downward direction. Previously it was upward direction. Here this 2 ampere current source, you see the current direction, it is downward. Now, how to do this type of problems? So here, what are the careful steps you have to take here? Let us consider. So we have the two energy sources. So first, let us consider the 10 volts voltage source alone. If we consider 10 volts voltage source alone, the other energy source, that is the current source, will be replaced by open circuit. So let us see the diagram. See. So here current source is replaced by open circuit. So here this will be the circuit. So here you can see here. So what is the current I dash? This in the circuit diagram, you can tell that I dash is equal to 2 amperes. I dash we are going to get 2 amperes. Now here, so here at this point you must be careful here. Now consider only the current source 2 amperes alone. If you consider the 2 amperes alone, this will be the circuit. So other energy source, that is the voltage source, is replaced by short circuit. Now here you can see here in the circuit diagram, see the direction of the current I in the 2 ohm resistor. It is upward or downward. It is indicated in the downward direction, right? I. You see here. So 2 ampere current will be flowing through 3 ohms and 2 ohms, right? So 2 ampere current will get splitted in 2 ohms and 3 ohms. Now over here, what about I double dash? I double dash is equal to, so I double dash and the total current are in opposite direction. So I double dash is equal to minus 2 into minus 2. Why? It is in opposite direction to the current source. So here I double dash equal to minus 2 into 3 by 3 plus 2. So finally you are going to get I double dash as minus 1.2 amperes. So this is very important. So you must be careful. So here I double dash, see the direction of I double dash and see the direction of the current source. So here the current will split in two parallel paths, but the direction is in reverse direction. So that's why I have taken minus. So I double dash is equal to minus 1.2 amperes. So according to superposition theorem, I equal to I dash plus I double dash. So finally you are going to get I as 0.8 amperes. 2 plus minus 1.2. So finally you are going to get I equal to 0.8 amperes. Okay, let us see the last problem. So before going to last problem, do you have any doubts in the previous three problems? Please respond. Yep. Say yes or no. Can I proceed for the last problem? Okay, find I in the circuit using superposition theorem. So I, so the current I, that is current flowing through 8 ohm resistor using superposition theorem. Here we have three energy sources. So what are the three energy sources? 16 volts voltage source, 4 amperes current source, 12 volts voltage source. So two voltage sources and one current source. Total three energy sources are there. Now let us consider the voltage source 6 volts alone. 16 volts around. See, 16 volts around. Now let us consider only the voltage source. 16 volts alone. Now, if you consider only the 16 volts voltage source, the other energy sources, that is 4 amperes current source and 12 volts voltage source, are replaced by their internal resistances. 4 ampere current source is replaced by open circuit, and 12 volts voltage source is replaced by short circuit, and finally this will be the circuit area. Okay. So here current source is replaced by open circuit, voltage source is replaced by short circuit. Now let us take the response due to 16 volts voltage source as I dash. So here you can see here how to find I dash. So here 6 ohms, 2 ohms, 8 ohms will be in series. So I dash you are going to get as 1 ampere I dash. Now consider only current source 4 amperes. See here. If you consider, see the diagram. If you consider only the current source, that is 4 amperes current source, then what will be the circuit? So 16 volts will be replaced by short circuit, 12 volts is replaced by short circuit. This will be the resulting circuit. Now here 4 ampere current source. Now here we have to find, so here the response due to 4 ampere current source I am taking as I double dash. So I double dash. Now here the, so here this can be redrawn like this. So here I double dash current will be flowing through 8 ohms and also through 6 ohms, same current. So these two will be in series. You can redraw like this. Next, this 4 ampere current source, the current due to the 4 ampere current source will be 4 amperes. That 4 amperes will get splitted in the parallel paths. Some current will be flowing through 2 ohm resistor and some current will be flowing through 14 ohm resistor. We want the current flowing through 14 ohm resistor. That means total current 4 into other resistance value, that is 2 divided by sum of the resistances, that is 2 plus 14. So finally you are going to get I double dash as 0.5 amperes. Okay. Now consider only voltage source 12 volts. So if we consider only the voltage source 12 volts, now here this will be the circuit. So here the current due to 12 volts voltage source will be opposite to that of the I triple dash. So here this is I triple dash. Now I triple dash is equal to minus 12 divided by 6 plus 2 plus 8, or 8 plus 2 plus 6. So you are going to get minus 0.75. So you must be careful with the directions. So I got the current due to individual voltage sources acting alone. Now according to superposition theorem, I equal to I dash plus I double dash plus I triple dash. So here you are going to get I is equal to 0.75 amp. So these are the 4 problems based on superposition theorem. Okay, do you have any doubts in this 4 problems? Okay, I will send this. I will keep this PDF in the classroom. We go through these problems. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. So by this, first unit is completed. So in the next class, tomorrow I will start the second unit. So here, whatever doubts you have in the first unit, you can ask me.
సార్ ఫస్ట్
Yes.
యూనిట్లో నోడల్ అనాలిసిస్ ఇంకా అదేంది డిపెండెంట్ సోర్స్ ప్రాబ్లం ఏదైనా ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తారా సార్?
ఓకే, డిపెండెంట్ సోర్సెస్ ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఏం రావు ఎగ్జామ్లో బీడబ్ల్యూ కాబట్టి జస్ట్ నేర్చుకుని అంతే. హ్యావ్ ఎన్ ఐడియా బట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ విల్ నాట్ కమ్. If you want to know, I will search and I will give you some problems based on dependent sources. Okay. So for the BWE subject, if you see the previous question papers, they have not given problems based on dependent sources. So as we have to complete the syllabus, I'm not giving the problems based on dependent sources. So we are not giving the problems based on dependent sources. Just have an idea. They will be covered in uh, next subject. Two-port networks, those topics will be covered in another subject that may be in second semester or third semester. I exactly don't know your syllabus because I am from triple department. So I will send the problems based on dependent sources. You go through that, but they will not come in the exam because if you see the previous question papers, problems on dependent sources is not given. Okay, and next. Next one, we have superposition theorem problems. 4 problems are there. Have you understood these 4 problems? So if you see the first one, it is very easy. So for the third problem, if you see the third problem, so you must be careful with the direction of the current. So here I is the current flowing through 2 amperes, 2 ohms. Sorry, I is the current is flowing through 2 ohms. We have to find the current I flowing through 2 ohm resistor. So for the, if you consider the voltage source, I got the I dash as 2 amperes. Now, if you consider only the current source 2 amperes alone, then here you must be careful with the direction of the current. So 2 amperes current source. So I double dash is equal to -2. You have to write -2 into 3 by 3 plus 2 because current flowing through 2 amperes current source will be opposite to that of I double dash. That's why you have to take minus. Next, if you see the last problem also, see here. Now here 12 volts voltage source. So 12 volts voltage source. If you see this polarity, voltage polarity of the voltage source, so you can see plus minus terminals. So here, if you have a voltage source like this, the direction of the current from the voltage source will be opposite to that of I double dash. Here also you have to take I double dash, I triple dash, sorry. This is I triple dash. So I triple dash is equal to minus 12 by sum of the resistors. 8 plus 2 plus 6. So is it clear? This how to take the directions. So in superposition theorem, you have to find the responses due to individual sources acting alone. So after taking the responses, and if you want the total response, you have to add the responses due to individual sources acting alone. So here you are going to get the current flowing through that element using superposition theorem. Okay, tomorrow I am going to start second unit, that is AC circuits. Okay. Yeah, do you have any doubts? Except that dependent sources, you can ask other doubts if you have. Dependent sources, I will give some problems. I will post them in the classroom. You can go through that, but they may not be coming. They may not come in the exam because they will be covered in other subject. The subject will be maybe in second sem or third sem. Any doubts regarding Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, KVL, KCL? Okay, so let me take the attendance. Number 61. Okay. Yes. Roll number 61. Respond to your roll numbers. Number 61. Absent. 62.